All right, everybody. How you guys all doing? So we got a quick tutorial on 2011 Crown Victoria 4.6 police interceptor. So if you look right here behind me, my camera won't let me do the rest. Police interceptor right there. So that's a 2011. Um, so we were having some codes pop up. Customer stated that we were having some misfire, not misfires, but pressure and in the pressure fuel rail. So these are the codes that came up. P0193 and P2196, P2198. Basically say that the O2 sensors were bad as well. Off of a fuel pressure sensor. Basically, it regulates everything to do with fuel. I mean, this thing was taking me through. Replaced the fuel pump because the fuel pump was bad. Uh, it was basically going round and round in circles, going through this car. Took me quite a few hours to figure it out. But all said and done, customer had replaced the fuel pressure sensor on top of the rail, and I'll show you that too. So let's see here. I'm going to show you where the sensor is. This one right here, right on top. So that's the fuel pressure sensor. Basically regulates everything. It was also telling me that there was an open circuit on the unit, and we went through it round and round, getting nowhere. So this is the one the customer installed. Same exact thing. I mean, it looks identical. But after running ohms and voltage on the sensor, it was marking bad. We got another one from AutoZone. What can you do? We live in today's society. AutoZone and O'Reilly's is go-tos. So we bought another one. This is the part number, right? But at the same time, we got it out the box. We tested it. It tested. There's something wrong with it. I didn't quite believe it, Tested his, same thing. Went down to what is it called? Ford Heritage Ford to get an OEM part because we were going round and round in circles and everything was coming up no good. All said and done, we get down there, we order a part and bring it back, put it on, test it. Everything was perfect. I'm talking 3 days worth of this stuff going round and round in circles with it. That being said, let's see here, turn off that thing. That being said, worked out. But before all that, since it was telling us we had a bad ground, we cleaned out the terminals here, and just to make sure, and we got a light tester like this one. We've been having this one out here, which is pretty cool. And what I like about it is it tells us, the reading on here, 12.4 volts. And if the voltage drops, it actually picks up the reading and shows lower voltage. And when you're doing this kind of stuff, if your alternator ain't charging up to par, if your battery is not charged up to par, it'll cause all kinds of issues. So We took the terminals off, we cleaned them, we checked them. We got a voltage meter, and we did the same thing. We started testing all the wires, um, going through everything we basically got here, every single wire. We tested them. We also ran a smoke test, a smoke leak test, and we found that the EGR valve was bad. It was leaking through here, so we replaced that. And again, we have the part number here through AutoZone. That's the part number. This one was good through AutoZone. Here's the old one right here. So that one worked out through AutoZone, but the pressure fuel rail pressure sensor, yeah, that one right there didn't work out through AutoZone, but the EGR valve did, which was nice. Kept the cost down for the customer. They were happy. So, anyways, that's all in a nutshell. You want to take over and explain? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let him take over and explain what else he did. Oh, before I let him go. Can't hear you. So this ground was disconnected off of the hood. I guess they did some work to it. We reconnected the ground back to the hood because it has to be grounded. We also did clean the terminals, like I was telling you guys, but also we cleaned the ground way back here. The one way back there, we cleaned that one. We also cleaned the one right here, right in the front, because those are big issues. Bad ground, big issues. So I'm gonna let him take over and explain what else we did to the plug.
Um, so I did research, and it was saying that the plugs right here, that this one's a 12-volt wire. It's supposed to have 5.5 volts in it.
Let me get close to the wire so you can see what you're talking about.
So this red one right here is supposed to have 5.5 volts. I called pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4. The black one is supposed to have it, which is this is a temperature wire. It's supposed to drop down to anyways, it had 5.3 volts in it, which wasn't supposed to be that. It was supposed to be 1 to 4 volts. Anything higher than that, it says that the sensor it has an open circuit in the sensor. Like he said, we didn't believe it though because they had 2 sensors, and you would just think that they're good. But in that case, yeah, in that case they weren't. The green one, it has 2.32 volts. This one right here, you can't test the pressure on the fuel rail with the pressure regulator. So this would be kind of how you tell what the pressure, what your fuel pump is pumping. It had this one right here had 2.32 volts, which was a good sign. And that right there was 35 to 38 psi's, which is good. And then this one right here is the one that sends the signal to everything after all these do the work. This one right here had 0.03 volts to 0.04, which was in normal specs. And we how to know that the sensor was bad and to make sure the computer was sending signal to the sensor is we got the voltage meter. Like, and I'm sorry. I got it. And I'm showing nothing. No, you're showing me.
What do you want the camera right here?
I basically turn the voltage meter or whatever, right? And I put the red wire, this one right here, on the wire. You go to the battery or a ground or anything, any chassis ground, whatever, and you'll put it on whatever 60 volts or whatever your voltage meter says.
So show
Yeah, hang on, right? Just the volt. Sorry, here I put it on 60 volts right here, and then like I said, I just put this on any chassis ground or battery ground, whatever, and let me see. You put this here on the wire. You get another ground wire. You connect it to the battery. You wrap it around the battery or whatever. And then let's see. Let me get a wire. See if I can show you. So I got this wire right here. Specifically, this one that I used yesterday. I wrapped it around the battery. I just got it end like this, a little bigger, just a little small end. I wrapped it around the thing, nice and tight. Pull on it just a little bit, make sure it has, it's connected. Like I said, I put this here. If you have two people, it works better. I put it here, a little tension on the thing, whatever. Held that here, and you just have the ignition on. I'll turn over the ignition, please. Turn over the ignition.
You in it?
Yeah, it's in it. I'm gonna put that right here. Make sure that works. The ground wire that I had. See how that shows 5.2 volts right there? Not sure if you guys can see it. It says 5.2 right there. So I'm gonna get this wire right here, like I said, and I'm gonna touch it. And you'll see it drop. It drops at 0.01, which is a good sign. And you let it go, and it goes up back to 5. That's just on this. But when you turn on the car, you want it in between 1 to 4 volts. Turn it on, please. Once it warms up, it'll drop down. So right there is in specs. It'll keep dropping because, like I said, this is a temperature one. The warmer it gets, the more lower it'll go because the sensor's closing up. But that was pretty much it. Like he said, that we got the OEM sensor, put the OEM sensor in, and it was up to the ohms. Go ahead, turn it off. It was up to the ohms that it needed. It says it's supposed to be 20 to 30,000 ohms, and everything's working fine now. The O2 sensor light came off. The um, pressure sensor came off. And when it runs rich, we all know that the Kellogg converters and O2 sensors are reading everything. So yeah. Any other things?
So basically, the tutorial on this thing is the point is that after all that research and everything, um, the sensors were bad from the box. Out of the box, they were bad. Now, the whole point of this is to show that just because it's new, don't mean that it's gonna fix everything. You know, um, in rule of thumb, just because it replaced the sensor, don't mean that that's fixing the problem. You know, so we spent countless hours doing this, and it really kicked our butt. But all said and done, we got it all figured out. Yeah. So this is a 15-minute video so far, and explained everything to you guys. So if you guys like more content like this, you know, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, let us know. Just giving you guys an update, and kind of just, summing everything up, that just because it's new don't mean it's better, you know. So Crown Victoria 2011, police interceptor. All right.